Okay, so now that we have a nice little test set up there, we have a test database which will recreate itself before each test. Let's sort of mentally switch back to dev mode now, because we need to actually add our products table to our dev database, our MySQL dev database, because in here we still only have the one table which is for users. Choose high definition for the best viewing experience, and if you'd like to join a growing group of software developers and take your skills to a new level, all you need to do is subscribe, click the little notification icon, and welcome. The way we're going to do this is we're going to use a command line command from Doctrine, which will do the same as what we did for our test database, where it will read the annotations, look at the metadata in our entities, and use that to actually build up the database. And so the command is this. If we look at the Doctrine documentation here, if you actually read what it says here, it's using the Schema tool. So it's using the same tool as what we used in our test, in our Schema loader that we created. And so when we go and run this, like I say, it will look at the entities, look at their annotations. In fact, let's go and look at a product here. And so we're expecting it to create a table with a products table with an ID, with a name, with a description, with a price, and with a created at field, and it will be created _at. So let's go and actually test that theory. If we paste the command in here, now we know that it's going to update the dev database, because if you remember when we did this for users, if we actually go and have a look at the little script that we wrote, which was this CLI config, and as you can see, require one's bootstrap, and the bootstrap file, the original bootstrap file, not the test bootstrap file, uses MySQL, and it uses our BTB project database, which is hosted at localhost. And so as you can see, we're using the BTB project database. So I'm pretty hopeful that this should work. Let's go and run this now. Okay, one query executed, and so that will be the query to create the products table, I should imagine. Database schema updated successfully. So let's go over to Table Plus or whatever database tool you are using, and we'll give this a refresh. Okay, great stuff. So I can now see we've got a products table, and we have an ID, a name, a description, a price, and a created at. So let's not leave it there. Let's actually add a product to our database. Okay, so insert into products, and the fields that we're going to insert will be name, description, price, and created at, and then it will be values, and then so we need to go and get, we'll use the ones that we used in our test. Let's go and copy from there. So products test, and we had a name and a description, so we'll use the same ones. Name, and created at, we can just use the current timestamp. Okay, let's maybe tidy this up a bit on each on their own lines. So hit enter there, and I'll just tab them in. And then I can just go and run this, and run current is command and enter. So command enter. One row affected. Let's go over and have a look at our products. Refresh. Okay, so we have an ID, we have a name, we have a description, price, and created at. Let's now take this one step further. We have the data that we need. Let's go and create a product page which will dynamically receive this data and populate the page with the name, description, and the price, and we'll add a buy it now button also. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like YouTube to show you more of my content, all you need to do is subscribe and click the little notification icon. I release new recordings every few days. Details of my schedule can be found on the community tab of my YouTube channel homepage.